Back home, being a student mostly felt like stress and exams, but here in Germany, being a student actually feels completely different. Sounds exciting because you actually meet people from all over the world so often, and you can travel across Europe, and you're somehow independent without having a real job. So personally speaking, and students, please don't get mad at me, for the first time I would be saying that being a student is not that really bad, even though you're always broke, but it is what it is. So let's try to figure out why this country is built different. Germany has more than 400 universities. Generally speaking, it is a big number of universities. But in compared to many other countries like China, for example, who has more than 3,000 universities, it sounds a little bit. And somehow Germany still attracts more international students than bigger countries like China with way bigger educational systems. And one huge reason is scholarships. You've probably heard of that, Germany's biggest scholarship organization. They fund thousands of students every year with programs covering master degrees, PhDs, internships, and research. And honestly, the support is crazy. Monthly financial support, health insurance, travel costs, sometimes almost everything is covered. Since that started in 1925, it has supported more than 3 million students and researchers. 3 million people. That's generations of engineers, scientists whose lives changed because Germany actually invested in education. And honestly, before coming here, I had no idea programs like this even existed. If I knew earlier, I would have applied immediately, because having the financial support changes everything. You can actually focus on your studies, your career, and also your language, instead of exhausting yourself working random jobs retail to survive. And people who's already here studying in Germany, they know exactly what I mean. Now let's talk about the biggest reason why so many people choose Germany in the first place. Public universities here are extremely cheap. In many cases, you don't even pay tuition fees at all. You usually just pay a semester contribution somewhere between 100 and 400 euro depending on the university. And that money isn't really for the degree itself. It's mostly small administrative costs, student services, and sometimes even your public transport ticket, which is here in Germany called Deutschland ticket. And honestly, in some countries, that amount is just what people spend just buying Starbucks coffee every morning for a month. Like, seriously. Some students in other countries are paying tens of thousands every single year for university. And I wanted to mention another thing that a lot of people don't realize. Studying in Germany can also give you the opportunity to study in other countries too. The most famous one, which I assume you already heard of, is Erasmus. And honestly, this is something I saw myself because my degree program is international. I studied with a lot of exchange students from different countries. Every semester, new people would arrive from all over Europe, and some of them were getting financial support too. I personally knew some friends receiving more than 1,000 euro per month during their exchange semester here in Germany. Imagine this, you're studying abroad, meeting new people from all over the world, traveling across Europe, and at the same time getting financial support to help your life here. It seems cool, to be honest. You don't get this opportunity in every country. Now, if you're into engineering, computer science, robotics, or anything related to tech, Germany becomes even more interesting. This country is home of some of the biggest companies in the world: BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, Siemens, and the list goes on and on. And the crazy part is that as a student, you can sometimes get internships or work in student jobs inside these companies while you're still studying. Germany also invests heavily in research and innovation. That's why so many students come here for STEM fields specifically. So you're basically studying in one of the strongest industrial countries in the world while being surrounded by real opportunities. Another big advantage in Germany is that the degree is often shorter. A typical bachelor's degree here usually takes around 3 years. In some other countries, the same degree can easily take 4 years or even more with awful quality. On the opposite side, here programs are well known by their quality, being serious and academically strong. The programs are just more focused and direct. So instead of spending extra years taking random classes that have nothing to do with your field, you usually start learning the important stuff much faster, which also means you graduate in a shorter duration and you get the opportunity to enter the job market earlier. Moving on to city choice. Now, compared to countries like the UK or US or Australia, students' life in Germany is often more affordable. That does not mean Germany is cheap though, so relax. And this is something I mentioned before, but I really want to say it again. Your city choice matters a lot. Some cities like Munich or Frankfurt are really expensive, especially when it comes to housing. And honestly, housing is where most students struggle financially. So please, don't choose a city just because it seems famous, exactly the same as a lot of people I know personally did. A smaller, less popular city can sometimes give you a much better student's life, lower rent, less stress. Now again, just choose carefully. Now forget for a moment about the free tuition, the quality education, and all of the good reasons behind you choosing here as your next step. Because for many people, the real reason they come to Germany is something bigger, the opportunity to build a future here. Germany does not just allow you to study and then push you away immediately after graduation. After finishing your degree, international students can stay up to 18 months to look for a job related to their field. And during that time, you can work without the normal students' work hour limits, which is 20 hours per week. So you can actually get some time to settle in, gain experience, apply for jobs, and start building your career slowly. And once you get a proper job offer, you can move toward things like EU Blue Card and eventually permanent residency. So for a lot of people, studying in Germany is not just about getting a degree, because once you have that citizenship, you're not limited to working only in Germany. You can move and work in other European countries too, including some of the highest paying countries in Europe like Luxembourg, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, and Switzerland. So salaries in these countries can be incredibly high, especially in tech, engineering, finance, and healthcare. So you're not just opening one door, you're getting access to an entire continent of opportunities. If you think outside of the box, you will realize that this is something much bigger than just education. Now let's talk about employees. Here, if you are an employee, you are so special for the government. Germany actually loves you. Employees are treated as an important part of the country's economy because at the end of the day, the system runs on working people. People paying taxes, building companies, keeping the industries running. So they are contributing to the country every single month. That's why worker protection here is taken very seriously. It is better for the government or the country as a whole if you stay employed. Companies usually can't fire employees overnight without a proper legal reason. Work-life balance is also much more respected here compared to many other countries. The average work week is usually around 35 and 40 hours, and paid vacation is completely normal. Your employer helps cover things like health insurance, unemployment support, and retirement contributions. Now, I wanted to mention an important thing. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to make and create this content, this YouTube channel for you in the first place. Because when I first came to Germany, there were a lot of things I simply did not know. And some mistakes looks very small at the first, but later on, you'll realize they can seriously affect your opportunities and your studies and even your future here. So I'll try my best to help people avoid some of these mistakes I made myself. Which brings us to the mistake number one that you should not ignore: the language. A lot of students think my degree is in English, so I don't really need that crazy C1 German level. And honestly, that's exactly what I thought too before coming to Germany. But after arriving here and talking to students from older generations in my degree program, I started hearing the same thing from different graduates. Finding a job was much harder for them without strong German skills. because you're basically competing with not only international students, but also Germans. For me, as an example, more than half of my classes are full of Germans. So if you truly want to build your future here, you do not want to miss out the German language. So this was it for this video. Bis zum nächsten Mal und tschüss.